welcome to Championship Wrestling. Here at ringside, this is Vince McMahon along with wrestling great Pat Patterson. And this week, another look at Sergeant Slaughter.
Well, Vince, I want to say this about Sergeant Slaughter. I've been wrestling for a long time, and I've wrestled a lot of top wrestlers. And I would say that Sergeant Slaughter is the toughest wrestler that I ever stepped in the ring with.
What about his Cobra Clutch? Is there, in fact, a defense for the Cobra Clutch or not?
I feel there is, but Vince, as soon as he applies it, you got to start right away or you're in trouble. And if he applies a hold a little too long, you can't get out of it. It's impossible.
Scheduled to join us as well, the likes of the Russian Bear, Ivan Koloff, and the Strongbow brothers will be here with us.
The Strongbow brothers, they lost the championship. Vince, they're not finished. And knowing Jay the way I know him, he has something in mind. He wants those belts back. And he's already told his younger brother, don't feel bad because you lost at the fall. Don't feel bad. It's only one match. We got some more coming.
And speaking of more coming, we shall return with our opening match as Charlie Fulton has challenged Special Delivery Jones. We'll be back with that match and lots of action this week in just a moment.
The opening contest scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing in the corner to my right from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing 240 pounds, it is SD Special Delivery Jones. And in the corner to my left from Marion, Ohio, weighing 245 pounds, it is Charlie Fulton.
So there we have the principals. Charlie Fulton to lock up with Special Delivery Jones. Should be an outstanding match to begin things here on Championship Wrestling. Here we go. Charlie Fulton, forearm smash, series of them now on the side of the head of SD Jones.
You know, Vince, I can't help but thinking about last week, the hard time that SD Jones had with Sergeant Slaughter.
Off the rope and over his man. SD getting up there. Ooh, my, ran right into the forearm. Cover, kind of one, and that's all.
Well, SD looking much better this week. Maybe last week he didn't feel so good. I don't know. SD is capable of taking care of himself.
SD going toe-to-toe with Charlie Fulton, two tough competitors in there. Oh, my, left spin and knocked him right down.
Ooh, Fulton really went down, and he went down hard, too. SD Jones is sure is a fine guy to be around. He is a lot of fun.
This telecast is being brought to you by the authority of the World Wrestling Federation. We'd like to remind you that any rebroadcast or other use of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the telecast, including the imposition of a charge without the express written consent of the World Wrestling Federation, is prohibited.
Reverse headlock applied by SD now, and the referee was checking to see if it could be a chokehold. It has to be right around the chin area.
Elbow into the rib area. Two evenly matched competitors to open up things here on Championship Wrestling. SD Jones now, whip to the buckle. Fulton taking his time and moving in, obviously a little too much time. Sort of a slugfest. These fellas want to really get to it. Off the rope, back body drop, nicely executed by SD Jones. Charlie Fulton gets SD Jones rolling, whips him to the buckle. And Fulton hesitates a little bit too much. Headbutt by SD. Over the hip, sunset flip. He gets him. Special Delivery Jones victorious. We'll get the official time.
Here is the time, 3 minutes and 14 seconds on the winner, SD Special Delivery Jones.
Special Delivery Jones gets the Duke as we go back now and take a look at the way SD Jones polished off his opponent, Charlie Fulton, with that headbutt, and then from there he had him going right back. Dangerous maneuver. Nicely executed by SD Jones. Great balance possessed by Special Delivery. And SD Jones chalks up another victory for himself. Scheduled up momentarily in the ring. Well, let's go up now to our ring announcer, Joe McHugh.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next contest is scheduled to unfold with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing in the corner to my right from Sioux City, Iowa, weighing in at 255 pounds, here is Bob Bradley. And his opponent is just coming down the aisle. Will be in the ring momentarily. And here he is, being led down the aisle by his manager, the Grand Wizard of Wrestling from South Carolina, weighing in at 296 pounds. Here is Sergeant Slaughter.
Sergeant Slaughter, a force to reckon with in the World Wrestling Federation. The Grand Gizzard.
That's a good name. Well, I could think of a few other words for him.
Slaughter looking over, and look at this. A salute to the Grand Wizard. My goodness. All right, here we go. Sergeant Slaughter against Bob Bradley. We're set for the action to commence. Slaughter hammering away, and Sergeant Slaughter looks tough.
Vince, there is no question that he is tough. This man, I've said it many times, and most of you have seen Slaughter before, this man is a great wrestler. He can do anything in the ring, and he does it well too. That's what makes him so tough. He can take a lot of punishment. I don't think you'll ever see Sergeant Slaughter give up on anything. Put in the mixed section, well, Bradley has not been able to do anything with Slaughter.
Well, not too many wrestlers can. Slaughter is tough, and an interesting comment you made at the outset of the show that you thought Sergeant Slaughter was either the toughest or one of the toughest men ever in pro wrestling.
Without a doubt, Vince, because of what he's capable of doing, and he'll do anything to win, Vince.
And a very large man, deceptively large, listed near the 300-pound mark, and he just doesn't look anywhere near that big. He is really put together.
He sure is. Now this man can flying drop kick, he can flying head scissor, name it, he can do it.
Slaughter, look at that. Ever seen that maneuver before?
No, he always
Crushing
comes
the
up with
sternum.
something new.
Always coming up with something new. Bradley doubled up. Oh, my. To the midsection again. Ramming the knee. Slaughter testing this referee's will. Risking a possible disqualification, an unnecessary one. Slaughter with Bradley up in the air. Way up in the air. Drops him across the top rope. Bob Bradley now whips to the rope. Sergeant Slaughter. Oh my, clothesline. The Grand Wizard likes what he sees.
See Slaughter, the way he moves, he really takes his time.
There it is. Look, Pat. There it is. The Cobra Clutch. The hold for which there is no escape, according to Sergeant Slaughter. Applying the hold, and Bradley wastes no time in submission. None. Look at Slaughter. The bell is rung. Referee trying now put the counting on Slaughter, finally releasing the hold. Look at that man. A look of determination. Sergeant Slaughter. He will take exception to that sign, and exception to some of the remarks about ringside.
Oh, is he insulted when he hears Gomer? Look at him.
Slaughter is talking about the ring, peering out the ringside as we get the official time.
Here is the time. 3 minutes and 42 seconds on the winner, Sergeant Slaughter.
Sergeant Slaughter, victorious. I would suspect we'll be seeing quite a bit more of Mr. Slaughter in weeks to come. Again. We'll be back as we continue with Tony Garea. A very interesting interview over most of these same stations. And Alpha and Sika will join us. Stay with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next contest is of the one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing in the corner to my right from Auckland, New Zealand, weighing in at 240 pounds, here is Tony Garea. And his opponent in the corner to my left from Santo Domingo, weighing 240 pounds, here is Israel Matia.
Santo Domingo, 240. A rather rotund young man as he sets his sights on Tony Garea. Tony Garea, one of the all-time popular athletes in the World Wrestling Federation.
Well, Vince, he is without a doubt a top wrestler. You can tell by the way he moves. He knows what he's doing. He moves very well. Every wrestling maneuver that he does, he executes him very well. Of course, well experienced, especially in tag team matches. He does very, very well in tag team matches. Of course, when he finds himself a good partner.
Well, Tony has had some great partners in the past. Mattia firing off a forearm to the chest. Open hand, as the referee saw it. No, questioning apparently whether or not it was an open hand.
That's the way you want to fight. I'll show you.
Now apparently the referee is convinced that Mattia did in fact use the open hand earlier on.
Many wrestlers have been approaching Tony in the last few months, trying to team up with him, but Tony wants to pick the right men.
As we said before, Tony has had some great tag team partners in the past. Haystacks Calhoun. Remember Dean Ho?
Dean Ho, yeah, fine wrestler.
Perhaps one of his, well, I don't know, Jay Strongbow, of course, one of the premier athletes, and again, another all-time great in the World Wrestling Federation. But perhaps the partner that gelled better functioning as a unit with Tony, more than any other, perhaps, and again, it's a matter of conjecture, Rick Martel. Would you concur?
I would say so, Vince, because they basically have the same style, and they were very both conscientious, and because they had the same style, it made them very, very successful. It was nice to watch them in the ring.
Garea fired to the corner. Mattia taking his time and moving in, lifting a knee right to the midsection. Now wait a minute.
I tell you, everywhere that you see Tony Garea wrestle, the fans are really support him and they really like him.
To the rope, off. Oh my. Mattia is really, literally moving his weight around. Look at Garea firing off. To the buckle goes Mattia. Garea moves in now, kicking the midsection. Another one. Look at those kicks. Mattia out for the ride. Tony Garea up for the drop kick. Nailed him. Tony up again. Mattia down again. Tony Garea with momentum now. Whips Mattia to the ropes. Wraps him up. The abdominal stretch. He could very well get him.
Look at Tony putting on the pressure. He's got it.
That's all she wrote. Israel Mattia bites the dust. And Tony Garea with an impressive victory.
Well, Tony really got hot, man, I tell you, and that did it.
The time, 3 minutes and 44 seconds. It is the winner, Tony Garea.
Tony Garea, victorious. We'll take another look at some of the action we saw moments ago. Tony Garea now with Israel Mattia, hauls him way over. And Garea, as you said earlier on, really was fired up at this juncture. You saw Mattia sliding across the mat. That's how hard Garea shoved him. From there, several drop kicks. And Tony Garea setting him up for the finishing touch here with the abdominal stretch, which Garea has used so very, very effectively through the years. Tony Garea, victorious, and scheduled next, ladies and gentlemen, over most of these same stations, a very interesting interview, after which we shall see Apr, Sika, the Samoans, and least we forget, Superfly, Jimmy Snuka.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next contest, scheduled to one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing in the corner to my left from Newark, New Jersey, weighing in at 225 pounds, it is Tony Calhoun. And his opponent, corner to my right from San Francisco, California, weighing 235 pounds, it is Ray the Crippler Stevens.
Ray Stevens, last minute advice from his manager, Freddie Blassie. Ray Stevens, a man who just keeps coming right at you. Against Tony Calhoun, we're ready for action. Well, perhaps Calhoun had a good idea that, Pat. He was kind of playing possum, and he kind of sucked Ray Stevens into it, but Ray is a little too smart for him, the veteran coming out.
Definitely, Vince, and you know, you're looking at Ray Stevens now, and so many people, not only wrestling fans, but so many wrestlers would like to see Ray Stevens be hurt and be put out in the hospital for what he did before. to Jimmy Superfly Snuka, but I think his day is going to come. It's going to take someone very special because Ray Stevens is well experienced. And once he gets going, he's a tough customer in that ring.
And not playing possum now. Ray Stevens in a little bit of trouble. Hold out of there by Tony Colon. Nicely done. Colon moving in. Oh, took a shot to the midsection, but staying right with Ray Stevens. Colon looks good. How about that? And Ray Stevens takes a powder.
You know what, Vince? I think Ray Stevens has been hurt lately. He's been having some tough matches, and he's suffering some injuries, and that's what I think he's jumping out of the ring.
Look at this, going to work on that injured left leg. You can see the bandage. Oh, nicely done by Ray Stevens.
Nice maneuver.
He is quick.
There he is with a reverse Toho.
Freddie Blassie looking on. Likes what he sees a little better than what he saw a few moments ago.
Putting a lot of pressure on the ankle at the moment.
A great deal of pressure on the ankle. Colon pulling the chin back of Stevens, and Stevens rams the elbow, but nonetheless the hold was broken. Ooh, uppercut on the part of Ray Stevens. Tony Colon trying to stay with him. Up he goes, however. Devastating body slam.
Ray Stevens has been having some real tough matches and taking a lot of punishment.
Ooh. Atomic knee drop 2, and he makes it 3. So Ray Stevens gets the Duke and is congratulated by his manager, Freddie Blassie. Ray had a few anxious moments, and indeed he could very well be suffering the effect of some tough matches.
It is the time, 3 minutes and 21 seconds on the winner, Ray the Crippler Stevens.
Ray Stevens victorious, as we'll go back and take a look at the body slam. Is here. Ray Stevens picks up Colon, who had his moments in the match. You see him bouncing literally off the canvas. That's how hard he was thrown down from there. And of course, Ray Stevens on the victory, has him up, atomic knee drop, and the Crippler continues his winning ways in the World Wrestling Federation. We'll be back.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next contest, it is a non-title tag team match scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing from the Isle of Samoa at a combined weight of 598 pounds, here are the Wild Samoans. And their opponent in the corner to my right from Atlantic City, New Jersey, weighing 248 pounds, it is Jack Carson. And his partner from Wilmington, Delaware, weighing in at 243 pounds, it is Miguel Feliciano.
Will be an interesting tag team matchup. Apr, Sika, World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions. In the non-title matchup, Lou Albano, the maker of, I believe, 14 tag team championship combinations, and this perhaps is the most vicious, perhaps the most aggressive of them all. Look, that's Big Sika in there right now. Stepping to the outside, his brother Apr will begin things. And starting off for the opposing team, Jeff Carson. We're set for the action to begin. complete control. Tag is made, however. Oh my, look at that.
Vince, those Samoans, they know exactly what they're doing. They are strong. They can take a lot of punishment. It's going to be tough.
Look at this. Oh my, into the head of Sika on the outside.
It's going to be tough to take the championship away from these guys. I don't know who's going to do it.
Look at Sika going to work. Carson coming in, objecting. Sika, meanwhile, hammering away. And Apr coming in, double team effort.
They have very good psychology as a tag team, Vince, and they know what to do.
Apr has him up. Oh my! Similar to the power slam there.
They are powerful. Can you imagine the way they wrestle and the way they move barefooted?
Unbelievable, look at this. Oh, and drop. Covers his man. Lights out. Just like that, Apr, Sika, victorious. Look at that look on that man. Whoop, ah. Or that one.
Well, all three of them, really. They're no beauties.
Perhaps not, but nonetheless, they are victorious.
Here is the time, 2 minutes and 29 seconds on the winners, the World Wrestling Federation's Tag Team Champion, the Wild Samoans.
Apr, Sika. As we take a look at action we saw moments ago, here, the Samoan drop coming your way is up in the air now. Miguel Feliciano, who was just no contest at all. Not for these men. They are just too much. Unbelievable. The views expressed in Buddy Rogers' corner, those of Mr. Rogers alone. Not necessarily those of us here on Championship Wrestling, for that matter, for this station. With that in mind, we take you to Buddy Rogers.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This week, my guest is none other than the giant Big John Studd and his manager, Fred Blassie. I will admit that you have really made a name for yourself in the World Wrestling Federation. I will admit that your ability in wrestling is tremendous. But there's one thing I can't get through my mind is that you believe in your heart and your mind that there isn't another man named Andre the Giant who I believe can beat you.
I got a message for you, Rogers. Everywhere I go in the United States, I talk to every promoter and I give them a contract and I say, I want Andre's name on it. I want him to prove to me and prove to the world that he's the Giant and not John Studd. You talk about size, Rogers? Take a look at this hand. Talk about size, take a look at this neck. Talk about size, take a look at this body right here.
That will, Mule. Your size is one thing, but I think Andre overwhelms you physically and mentally.
He's a big, fat man. He's a man that was given an opportunity to try to slam me for $10,000, and he didn't do it, Rogers.
Well, that remains to be seen. I still say he can beat you, and with that, we'll go back to ringside wrestling. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next contest, it is scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing in the corner to my right from New York City, weighing 239 pounds, here is the unpredictable Johnny Rodz. And his opponent, just coming down the aisle, will be in the ring in just a moment. And here he is, from the Fiji Islands, weighing in at 250 pounds. Here is Jimmy Superfly Sanuka.
Look at the fans on their feet. Boy, I'll tell you, They really are in appreciation of the talents of this young man, Superfly Jimmy Snuka. This is going to be a sensational match. Snuka against Johnny Rodz. We'll have action momentarily. Johnny Rodz a force to reckon with. He is proving that he caught Snuka off guard, Pat.
He sure did, Vince. Don't you think Johnny Rodz would love to beat Snuka? Oh, what a feather in his cap that would be. And if he keeps going that way, he's going to do it. Especially if Snuka is hurt for some reason or another. We don't know. Maybe Johnny Rodz knew that.
Rodz outside. Johnny Rodz going up to the top rope. Right down across Snuka. Johnny Rodz off the top rope again.
You got to give credit to Johnny Rodz. He wants to be on top. He started right from before the bell rang. He took advantage of the situation.
Snuka backing off, trying to get himself together. Johnny Rodz picked him on the job. Snuka trying to turn it around, trying to bring himself around. Slugfest, truck to the head. Snuka coming together now. Snuka all over Johnny Rodz. Snuka burying the fist in the midsection. Rodz went right over top of him. Superfly in control.
He's truly incredible, Vince. This man, he's one of a kind. And I tell you something about Snuka that not too many people know. When he gives you the sign, that means I love you. But I'll tell you something, that man is full of love. He loves everybody. And he talks about love a lot. That's the kind of man he is.
However, he has not lost his tenacious ways and his aggressive ways as well. Down deep, he's quite the aggressor, as well as he should be. Rodz turns it back around in his favor. Johnny Rodz giving Snuka a great deal to be concerned with. Oh my.
Snuka also, Vince, has been traveling an awful lot. Has been having a lot of tough matches, taking a lot of punishment.
Snuka. Chop to the throat.
What a style.
Oh, Snuka can really put it all together, but he is having his problems as anyone would with Johnny Rodz. Up in the air now. Snuka has Rodz. Snuka off the rope. Rams the knee. Snuka going over. Going out on the apron. Snuka on the top rope. Rodz does not move. Jimmy Superfly Snuka down.
Unbelievable.
Capacity crowd in awe. In appreciation for this extraordinary wrestling talent. Superfly, Jimmy Snuka, #1, they say.
Here is the time. 4 minutes and 19 seconds. The winner, Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
The Superfly gets the do. Oh, they love him. We'll take a look at what we saw moments ago now. Here, Snuka coming off the rope and then ramming the knee right down into the chest, perhaps the throat area. From there, Stuka climbing all the way up to the top rope, and only one man, only one, can do it like this. Stuka getting set for the Superfly dive. Superfly Stuka on the victory. Nothing short of sensation. We'll be back with the Russian Bear, Ivan Koloff, and the Strongbow brothers, and more.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the next contest is scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing him the corner to my right from St. Pete Beach, Florida, weighing in at 232 pounds. Here is Barry Hart. And in the corner to my left from Moscow, Russia, weighing 241 pounds, here is the former World Wrestling Federation's heavyweight champion, Ivan Koloff.
His talent's not appreciated by some of the fans about this capacity crowd. Nonetheless, he remains a force to reckon with in the World Wrestling Federation. He has been through some wars and likely to go through many more. Normally, the victor in the war. Here we go now with more action. Series of forearm uppercuts by Barry Hart. The Bear stops him with one hard right hand. Spinning him around, a couple of kicks, knees to the backs, and Ivan Koloff back in control.
Well, you mentioned earlier that he's been through a lot of wars.
How about that? Look at that reversal. Kick out, however, by Koloff. He is very crafty.
He is quick.
Look at this. Barry Hart getting himself together. Oh, what a vicious kick.
He can move. He's very quick. Vince, as you mentioned earlier, he's been through a lot of wars. He can take a lot of beating. What a tough man he is.
He can really dish it out as well.
Oh.
As we are seeing now.
This man will never stop. He'll just keep on going until he wins. And he doesn't care how he wins.
More damage to the back.
Vince, he had the taste of the prestige of the championship.
Look at this. Outside on the concrete floor, Ivan Koloff. This young man, down into the apron. Koloff rolling in before being counted out.
Rammed the back of
Hart just now getting up. No, not quite.
He's hurt. He really rammed his back right on the side of the ring.
Shoulder block had very little effect, didn't have an awful lot behind it, no leverage. Koloff can use those knees, use his legs. Very powerful legs on Ivan Koloff. Koloff, when he throws a knee and he buries it in. Out on the apron now, up on the top rope. Ivan Koloff, we've seen this many times before with Barry Hart. Has him out, rams the knee. Look at that. Oh, my. Easy victory for the Bear. Easily done, easily.
What a well-conditioned athlete he is.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, next week scheduled to join us the tag team combination of Tony Gurria and Eddie Gilbert. They've had an awful lot of success together. We'll take a look at what we saw moments ago. Ivan Koloff, the Bear, with his man right where he wants him and just absolutely destroyed Barry Hart. And also scheduled next week, we shall have with us the likes of giant-like Big John Studd, the gentleman who was the guest of Buddy Rogers this week. Look at that knee. Also next week, scheduled to join us, Sergeant Slaughter. Magnificent Morocco will take on Special Delivery Jones, plus Rocky Johnson and a whole lot more.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the next contest This is a tag team match scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing in the corner to my right from Pawhuska, Oklahoma, at a combined weight of 497 pounds. Here are the Strongbow brothers, Jules and Jay. And in the corner to my left from Puerto Rico, weighing 231 pounds, it is Mac Rivera. And his partner from New York City, weighing in at 235 pounds, it is Jose Estrada.
Jose Estrada and Mac Rivera, they have shared success in the past as a tag team combination. Not nearly as much, of course, as their counterparts have. The Strongbow brothers will have action as soon as the referee brings them out to the middle of the ring. Jules in the wrong part of town. Look at this.
Well, I tell you, beautiful move so far, but a Strongbow, good speed. They're looking good, Vince, even though they don't have the belt around their waist.
Mac Rivera taking over on Jules Strongbow, who was double-teamed earlier on, whipped to the buckle. And Rivera and Estrada certainly have had their share of success. They are a very tenacious team. They'll stay with you all the way. Now the veteran, Jay Strongbow.
Jay is well experienced. He sure knows what he's doing.
Jay Strongbow keeping Mac Rivera look off guard. Nice chop to the throat.
Strongbow really knows how to utilize the ring, the ropes. He utilized the whole ring. I tell you, that young Mac Rivera is coming along very, very well. One time he was an easy young wrestler.
Look at Estrada.
To beat. Estrada's everywhere. He's like a cat this time.
He really is.
There. Estrada's always moving.
Mac Rivera hammering away on the back of Jay Strongbow. Jay Strongbow, in big trouble now. Double team effort. Look at this. Oh, the top rope, elbow in the top of the head by Jay Strongbow. Referee just coming in now. He'll have to escort one of these fellas outside. It should be Estrada finally escorted out. Mac Rivera hammering on the back of Jay Strongbow. Is that about enough, I guess? Knee lift. Nicely done. Jay Strongbow on the warpath. Another knee lift. Down goes Mac Rivera to tag the brother Jules. To the rope now. Jules Strongbow. Oh, they set him up nicely. A cover. 1, 2, and make it 3. The Strongbow brothers, Jules and Jay, former World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions. Perhaps destined to be title holders again. Who knows? Let's get the official time.
Here is the time, 3 minutes, and the winners, the Strongbow brothers, Jules and Jay.
Strongbow brothers victorious. That is a real picture there. Talk about brotherly love. That's really the real McCoy. As we take you back now to what we saw earlier on, and this capacity crowd saw as well. And in doing so, we'd like to refresh your memory as to who will join us next week. The tag team combination of Eddie Gilbert and Tony Gurria. Against, by the way, Jose Estrada, and we're just told his partner will be Johnny Rods. Also next week, Big John Studd, Sergeant Slaughter, also the magnificent Morocco taking on S.D. Jones,